Perhaps the last thing you expect to see next to a plumbing firm in Northern Virginia, Indonesian Gates of Heaven. The building behind may look like the drab federal office it once was, but in fact it houses Barley & Springs, a spa and wellness club. Founder Stephanie Chon said the exterior was the hardest challenge when she decided to convert the former US Securities and Exchange Commission building.
I'm like looking at this terrible brick building, red bricks. I don't know if you noticed these terrible, ugly blue windows. That was one portion of the development that I was nervous about and I didn't know how we would overcome. So the first thing that we erected when we came were those two gates to heaven. We didn't want people to walk in and feel as though they're in an office. That expansive, open air, just club is what we were looking for, bright lights. So another workaround with the ceiling heights was that we created this atrium, but also the skylight.
The transformation illustrates an out-of-the-box solution to the growing problem of empty offices. Office vacancies broke records in the fourth quarter of last year at 19.6%, according to Moody's analytics.
Offices have experienced crises in the past, financial crisis, business crisis, geopolitical crisis. But now it's the crisis of the office itself, of the nature of work that is changing, of the meaning of location that is changing. And even things that people have to do together in person are not necessarily to be done in the type of offices and buildings where they have been done for the last 70 or 80 years.
Meaning that people can find new things to do in those buildings.
This is actually a perfect example of one of the, not challenges, but I guess a fun project that we had to hide. But this is actually a water main line, and he created two palm trees, and now people think it's part of the aesthetics, but we really were just trying to hide that ugly water main line.
And this is something this old federal building didn't have before, a roof deck complete with infinity pool, bringing a slice of the tropics to this retail park in urban Virginia. But transformations like this are unlikely to suit most redundant spaces, according to real estate experts.
I think out of all of these experiments, a few kind of standard operating procedures will emerge that might kind of scale a little bit. Probably less spas, again, more like housing or certain types of retail or logistics or even data centers. But overall, I don't see a single kind of silver bullet solution that is just going to come and replace all offices.
Barley & Springs has proved it can be possible and is looking to expand.
We do have a whole nother portion of the building, about 50,000 square feet on the other side. We are sitting on 11 acres. I'm thinking trails or bungalows and definitely overnight accommodations. The goal is for this complex to be a one-stop shop for, again, anything wellness.
The future of the office may not be looking healthy, but finding creative ways to convert them could turn them into hot properties once again. Kate Fisher, CGTN, Alexandria, Virginia.